back with another Wansee Entertainment video. This one is going to be called 3 True Scary Stories Animated, Wansee Entertainment. It's not too long, I don't think. It's about 6 minutes. I'm going to change the colors. What color? That looks pretty good. It's like a light blue. I don't know if you guys can see in the camera, but it's a light blue, so I'm just going to keep it as that because that's actually really cute. Anyway, with that being said, let's get into this video. 3 short scary stories. The Whisper.
This happened when I was in 4th or 5th grade. It was just a typical day. My friend's parents were working, so I went over to my friend's house and we played together. It was around 1 p.m. I was packing up to go to the academy when my friend suddenly grabbed my arm.
Hi.
Can't you just stay with me until my parents come home? However, I was sure that my mom would scold me if I missed the academy, so I told my friend I'd stop by again afterwards and then left. I was on my way back to my friend's house around 4 p.m., but when I reached his house, there were policemen next to it. I could see some officers and other people around the area. It turned out that there was a married couple living there, and the wife committed suicide while her husband was on his way to work.
Oh my god.
After that, while I was walking home with my friend so that we could play at my house, I suddenly got scared. So I asked, "Why did you tell me not to go to the academy earlier?" Then my friend said that he heard a woman's voice through the wall while we were playing at his house earlier.
What?
And this is what my friend told me. The woman said,
Stop. Wait, so that happened at the academy? No, that was at his house, wasn't it? Is that what...
For some time, I used to try to experience a past life, but I'd always fall asleep whenever I tried to.
Okay.
One day, I tried to experience my past life. As soon as I woke up in the morning, I fell asleep again.
How does that even work?
I usually either don't dream or remember my dream after waking up. But this time, my dream was so vivid. In my dream, I was walking up the stairs, and there were tons of flowers and grass on both sides.
Okay.
So I kept walking up the stairs, and I was excited.
Where are the stairs heading to?
Came down the stairs. He was handsome, but aside from his looks, I felt a little scared of him.
He has no eyes, apparently.
I could see that all of his clothes were black and dull. The man walked towards me, so I tried to pass him with my eyes looking down. But then he suddenly said, "You have no past life, and this isn't where you're from."
Oh my god.
He said, while shoving me. I woke up at that moment,
oh shit.
But I still vividly remember the feeling of him pushing me. After that, I stopped trying to experience my past life.
That was definitely a weird story, the sleepwalking.
My brother used to suffer from a serious sleepwalking problem. The problem is gone now, but just 2 years ago, he would wake up every night, knock on the door of his bedroom, and walk alone. That was his creepy habit for a while.
It's definitely kind of scary.
One day my parents went on a trip, and my brother and I were home alone. That night, I started to hear a tapping sound on the door while I was sleeping in my bedroom. When I opened my eyes, I noticed that it was coming from outside the door. So I opened it, and my brother was standing in front of my door. He was looking down at me without blinking an eye.
Stop.
And all of a sudden, he smiled. His skin looked so pale because he was sick at the time. It was horrifying. I ran to my bedside to call my mom, but my brother came into the bedroom, started to slowly turn around in circles, but suddenly stopped. Then he started whispering into the air. "Don't do it. I'm sorry. Sorry. Don't. I'm sorry."
Don't do what?
"I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What did you do?
I'm sorry."
What did you do?
I was so scared of him that I started to cry.
It makes me think I need some kind of like murder.
For about 10 minutes,
murder or something.
He suddenly said, "Shut up, you little brat."
Oh shit.
And then he fell down right on the spot.
Oh my god.
My mom still didn't answer the phone. I rushed to my brother's room, locked the door while crying to myself, and tried to fall asleep. Maybe it was around 3 a.m. I suddenly heard someone trying to open my brother's door,
Oh
but
no.
it sounded like someone's head was banging on the door.
Is it the brother again?
Thinking that it was my brother, I held my breath, and then it was quiet. Thank goodness. I'll be safe here until the morning.
Are you sure about
I
that?
thought at first.
Yeah,
But
I thought at
after
first.
about an hour, I needed to go to the toilet so badly.
There it
I
is.
didn't hear anything outside the door, and my brother seemed to be asleep again.
Oh wow,
So I took a deep breath,
he's right outside the
opened
door,
door,
isn't it?
and tried to get back quickly. My brother. He was crawling
Oh,
around
shit.
on all fours in the living room.
Oh my god, I literally have a panic
Not on
attack.
his knees crawling on the floor. He was moving around with both hands and feet on the floor,
That's so
and his
creepy.
face was buried between his hands. I didn't even scream when I saw that bizarre figure of my brother. He was crawling in the dark living
Oh
room.
my god, that's
There
so
wasn't
creepy.
a
His legs
single
are
light,
what?
and I think that was
Oh
the
my
most fear
God.
I've ever experienced in my life.
Like, I'm a
While I
sleepwalker,
was
and I'll
just
explain
shivering
after.
without moving an inch, I met his eyes and he looked like a dead man, as if he took some kind of drug. I snapped out of it when I saw his eyes. Then I ran back into the room, locked the door again, cried, and finally fell asleep. The next morning, I went outside and asked my brother about the night before, but he didn't remember anything.
There it is.
No way. What for? He said he
That's
couldn't
honestly
remember
terrifying.
anything at all, no matter how many times I asked him.
That's literally petrifying.
That
You
was
don't
the
even know.
most frightening experience I've ever had.
Because honestly, when you're a sleepwalker, you don't really remember it. Like, for me, I don't remember sleepwalking. Like, I have sleepwalked. I actually sleepwalked probably a couple weeks ago for the first time in like a couple years, actually. And it was really bizarre because it wasn't that bad. Like, the only thing that really happens is... The only thing... Here, before I explain that, let me just mute that for a second before there's always ads come annoying the hell out of me. The thing for me is that... The fact that when you sleepwalk, your eyes are basically open, according to science. Your eyes are open when you sleepwalk. That could like lead you to think, if I go to bed early for work, because I go to bed at like 8 sometimes, if I have to get up at like 5, and I don't even get that much sleep anyway, I don't get enough that, so I go to bed early so I can be asleep around 9, or maybe 8:30 or whatever, and then I get up maybe at like 10 or 11, and then I'm sleepwalking, so people are still awake. My sister's still awake, my dad could be awake, my mom could be awake. And they could probably just assume I'm awake. Maybe they could just assume that I'm there for a glass of water, or some water, or a drink or something, right? Because my eyes are open, you assume I'm awake, but I'm not. I'm actually asleep. My eyes are open. That's terrifying to think that your eyes are open, but you're asleep. Like that always made no sense to me, and it always just kind of makes me think, how does that even work? How? Because to me that does not make any sense at all. Because like, your eyes are closed, or your eyes are open, but you're asleep. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. If your eyes are open, then you're awake to me. Like, I'm not sleeping right now. I'm awake, obviously, right? So to think I'm sleeping like this, like, no, stop it. So the one night that I was gonna tell you guys about, I basically went to bed here. I swear to God, I went to bed in my room. And then I wake up on the couch downstairs at like 4 in the morning. I'm kind of like, the fuck am I doing here, right? Like, because I'm like, I didn't fall asleep. I guarantee I was upstairs. Like, I literally guarantee it. So I don't remember the journey of me going there because I was asleep. The only reason I knew was because I was awake I was sleeping in a different spot. So that's the only way I knew. I could easily go to the washroom myself. I could easily go for a walk outside and then come back inside and be in my bed and then not even know it. Because you're a sleepwalker, you don't know, unless somebody tells you. I believe it's called like somnambulism. I don't know, something like that. So that's honestly, sleepwalking is just really terrifying to me because like, you never know what you're doing. Like, you don't know what you're doing. Like, you literally see what you're doing because your eyes are open, but then like, you don't actually see. It's so creepy. Like, science is amazing. It's just so creepy because like, he doesn't even remember it, and then that night he was basically traumatizing you. Like, that's fucking terrifying. So I don't know if you guys are sleepwalkers at all, but if you guys are, then I feel for you because I was too. So, or I am too. So definitely feel you there. But that's going to be it for this video though. Please be sure to subscribe if you are new. Also, the other stories about the past life, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what do you mean you're trying to find your past life? That doesn't make any sense to me. So, but definitely a weird story how someone pushes you, because then, well, when something happens in a dream, like, you actually feel it's happening. So, like, for example, like, if you're getting attacked and then you're, like, attacking with your legs or feet, then, like, you actually move your legs and feet. You're like, ah! Like, you're actually in real life, like, attacking. Because, like, they feel so real. Like, it does feel so friggin' real. Dreams feel so real, it's crazy how real they can feel. It's crazy. But that's going to be it for this video though. Please be sure to subscribe if you're new. Be sure to like this video. Be sure to comment down below anything you thought of this video. And what I will do with suggestions, if you guys already have suggested it in the comments below and you do not have an Instagram, I will screenshot it right away. Or I'll try screenshotting it right away and putting it into a folder just so I don't have to like look for it. So any suggestions I get on Facebook or YouTube, I'll try to screenshot right away just so I can have them in order in my settings or in my folder for suggestions. And for YouTube, I think I'll just leave it. I could screenshot those as well just to make sure I have them and stuff like that, but I may just have them in my messages. Like, I'm not going to delete the messages, obviously. I'm just going to keep it there, but I'll try doing that, or like I'll try figuring something out with suggestions. But if you guys do not have Instagram, do not make one. Just to suggest stuff to me, just comment it on YouTube, just say you don't have an Instagram account. That way I know, I'll just screenshot it right away, and then I'm not going to miss your suggestion. So that's going to be it. If you guys are even still here, then you're great, because normally I'm not here this long in a video anyway, so I can't really judge either. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace out.